Myanmar's ongoing resistance, Kna, PDF, and Kna-B strikes back against junta forces. The conflict in Myanmar, which began in February 2021 after the military coup ousted the democratically elected military junta. These groups have carried out significant strategic operations against military targets across the country, disrupting the junta's supply chains and targeting key military installations. The actions of these resistance groups have escalated throughout 2025, demonstrating their growing strength and determination. In the early months of 2025, a series of high-profile attacks by the Kna, PDF, and Kna-B have made headlines. These groups have increasingly coordinated their efforts to target military convoys, supply lines, and critical infrastructure, crippling the junta's ability to maintain control over Myanmar's vast territories. The attack on the Mandalay Road, a turning point for resistance forces. One of the most significant attacks occurred in January 2025 on the Mandalay Road. This critical route, used for transporting military supplies and personnel, was targeted by resistance groups, including the Kna, PDF, and Kna-B. The joint operation resulted in the deaths of at least 17 soldiers from the Myanmar military, also known as the Tatmadaw. The ambush on the convoy demonstrated the coordinated capabilities of the Kna, PDF, and Kna-B, as they were able to strike at a heavily fortified military convoy in a well-traveled area. The successful attack not only dealt a heavy blow to the junta's personnel but also disrupted vital logistical routes, weakening the military's control over this crucial region. It is clear that the resistance forces are becoming more organized, using tactics that reflect their increasing sophistication and operational effectiveness. The focus of these resistance groups on military convoys and supply lines is part of a broader strategy to cripple the military's ability to operate. By targeting these logistical chains, Kna, PDF, and Kna-B forces are denying the junta much-needed resources and slowing its ability to deploy troops to key areas. Hostage situations. Resistance forces take military members captive. In addition to direct military confrontation, resistance forces have also taken hostages, including military personnel. While specific details are scarce, unconfirmed reports suggest that several high-ranking members of the junta have been captured by resistance groups, particularly the Kna and Kna-B. Taking hostages has been a tactic employed by these groups to weaken the junta's authority and negotiate with the military regime. In a conflict where the military has resorted to extreme violence and repression against civilian populations, the taking of military personnel as hostages serves as both a bargaining chip and a way to demonstrate the growing power of the resistance forces. This tactic also highlights the strength of the Kna, PDF, and Kna-B in their ability to engage with the junta not only in battle but in psychological warfare. Attacks on military shipments, strategic strikes against supply lines. Throughout January 2025, Kna, PDF, and Kna-B forces have been actively targeting military shipments, which are critical to sustaining the junta's operations. The military relies heavily on its supply lines to maintain its presence across Myanmar, including weapons, ammunition, and other essential resources. The disruption of these shipments has had a profound impact on the junta's operational capability, forcing it to divert resources and reinvest efforts in securing supply routes. On January 8th, the Arakan Army, AA, an ethnic armed group, in coordination with the Kna, PDF, and Kna-B, carried out a successful ambush in Chwethongin sub-township in the Irrawaddy region. This operation resulted in the capture of heavy military weaponry and the deaths of several junta soldiers. The success of this operation underlined the growing coordination between various resistance groups, including the Kna, PDF, and Kna-B, which are increasingly targeting military convoys and other key infrastructure to disrupt the junta's operations. Another significant strike occurred on January 26 when Kna and Kna-B forces captured a key military base in Bamo, located in northern Myanmar. This base was an essential military hub, and its capture has dealt a serious blow to the junta's presence in Kachin state. The attack on this base further highlights the increasing sophistication and reach of KIA, PDF, and Kna-B forces, who are now able to target high-value military assets that were once considered secure. Urban warfare. Resistance forces expand into urban centers. The KIA, PDF, and Kna-B have also increased their presence in urban areas. This represents a significant shift in their strategy, as they move from rural and forested areas into towns and cities that were previously under military control. In mid-February 2025, fighting erupted in Tanintharyi region, located on Myanmar's southern coast. PDF and Kna-B forces engaged in urban warfare, using guerrilla tactics and ambushes to target junta soldiers. The battle for control over urban centers reflects the growing power and sophistication of Myanmar's resistance forces, as they now actively challenge the military's presence in its strongholds. Urban warfare has become a hallmark of the PDF, KIA, and Kna-B's strategy, as it is an effective way to disrupt the junta's control in areas that are crucial for governance and commerce. The junta has traditionally used brutal tactics to maintain its hold over urban areas, but resistance groups are increasingly able to wage effective campaigns within cities, causing chaos and weakening the junta's grip on power. February and March 2025, renewed attacks and continued resistance activities continued into February and March 2025, with several significant attacks against military installations. On February 8th, Kna-B forces launched an ambush on a military boat in Salim Township in the Magway region, a critical area for junta operations. The boat, which was transporting military personnel and supplies, was attacked by resistance fighters, resulting in casualties and further disrupting the junta's supply chains. February 18th saw more urban fighting in Tanintharyi region, where PDF and Kna-B forces clashed with junta soldiers. The intensity of the urban warfare underscored the increasing ability of resistance groups to challenge the junta in areas where it once held a monopoly on power. March 2025 saw another major event when Kna-B and allied groups renewed attacks on the Kayokphu naval base, located in the western part of Myanmar. This base is crucial to the junta's military operations in the region, and its continued vulnerability to attack reflects the deepening crisis faced by the military as resistance forces continue to target strategic infrastructure. Conclusion: Myanmar's ongoing civil war. The situation in Myanmar remains unstable and increasingly dangerous as KIA, PDF, and Kna-B forces continue their campaign against the military junta. The attacks on military convoys, supply lines, key military bases, and the growing presence of resistance groups in urban centers signal that the junta's control is increasingly tenuous. These resistance forces have grown in strength and coordination, and the escalation of their tactics indicates that they are no longer merely fighting to resist, they are now actively dismantling the military junta's infrastructure and authority. As Myanmar's civil war continues, the military regime faces mounting pressure from increasingly effective and coordinated resistance groups. While the military junta retains control over key areas, the growing strength of the KIA, PDF, and Kna-B suggests that the tide may be turning in favor of the resistance. The coming months will likely see even more intense battles as these groups continue to challenge the junta's hold on power. Subscribe to Zalangam Media for the latest updates on Myanmar's ongoing resistance. Asterisk news in this report are sourced from Myanmar-based Facebook pages. Zalangam Media is not responsible for misinformation or misinterpretation. Viewers are requested to verify the news updates and consult multiple sources for accuracy.